Hello, Internet fans, and welcome to another episode of the Buddies Forever VCast with your hosts, Rotten Roger DeMarco and
Evil Dead Inc.'s chilling in the professional wrestling ring / boiler room,
the Squared Circle.
where stories keep going round and round and round, and what's new is old and old is new.
Ah, shit.
How are you today, Rotten Roger?
I'm fantastic. There's a couple things that I wanted to talk about today before we do our live VCast tonight. So I just wanted to touch on some of the news that I've come across and see if you've come across some of the same stuff.
I'll be surprised because I have not really found anything that was like, that's interesting or newsworthy. The closest thing I found was some different alternative artwork that Alex Winter released for the Freaked movie that came out way back in the day that I put on a friend of ours page who's way into that movie, way more than we are. But that's about all I could dig up.
I did see that artwork. And you know, I have seen that movie once, and I know you were like, you got to revisit that. That's a weird fucking crazy movie.
Way weird. I have it on Blu-ray, so you can totally borrow that next time we cross paths. Yes. I think you'll enjoy rewatching that. And definitely, that'd be a weird one if like the kids walk in and they're like, "What is this?" And they're gonna not be able. You're not gonna be able to shoo them out of the room. They're gonna be like, "I gotta watch the rest of this."
Well, one of the things that I saw, because you're talking about Alex Winters, which is pretty crazy. Did you see that the CW they're going ahead with their pilot for that Lost Boys TV series?
They should have done that day one. That's perfect for that series. Sparkly vampires.
Yeah.
Steam teen, like the hot teen guy thing. It's like, that should have been done before any of these other series got done up or restarted. That should have been done years ago. That's perfect matchmaking. I don't know how it'll be.
Yeah, who did Teen Wolf? Was that CW or was that MTV or?
I don't know. Is there really much difference anymore between the two?
I don't think so.
I don't think MTV even has music anymore.
Yeah, CW is essentially like the WB, right? Did that become did that become CW?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See, I don't have cable, so I don't know these channels. I don't know these things.
That's still basic television. CW still, like, everyone can get that, so that's not nothing that's cable. That's something anyone that's got a TV set and a receiver can watch.
Gotcha. And from what I read about it, it seems like it is going to follow the premise of the film. It seems like it's almost identical, but it's going to be broken up into a series format, and that got me thinking because that kind of worked for the From Dusk Till Dawn. Did you watch any of that? That stars From Dusk Till Dawn?
That was on the El Rey network, and no, I never got to. I've seen like the DVD sets out of it, and I've never pulled the trigger on it. I don't know. I'm just, I'm gun shy with starting a new series up, but I know is it still going on? I know it went at least a couple of seasons, 2 or 3
seasons or something. Yeah. And it's fine for what it is, because I mean they're taking that movie and they're breaking it down and stretching it, but it's really weird to see like the casting choices and to see like the small differences. So obviously they have to do the same thing with Lost Boys. They kind of have to flesh it out, which I think it could be cool. I think it could be all right seeing like the Frog Brothers, depending on who they cast as the Frog Brothers, like that kind of.
Nobody's cast all new people.
Yeah, they won't though. Everyone will be gorgeous.
How many times do you think they'll say Michael in the television series?
Billions.
It'll start out like the McDonald's slogan, like how many billions times it said Michael's name, and then once it gets to season 2 or 3, it'll say billions and billions of time we say the name Michael.
Yeah. And that's kind of interesting to turn that into a series, because there's only one film, so there's only so much source material you can pull from.
There's 3.
Oh, well, come on. We don't count the tribe or whatever the fuck those other ones are.
the thirst in the tribe. Hey man, if technically there's like 9, 10 Hellraisers, and technically if there's 10 or 11 Children of the Corns, you have to at least go. I mean, there's even returning characters. There's more ties with the Lost Boys sequels than there are with some of these other bigger franchise sequels. There's more characters that return in the Lost Boys than there are in some of the Friday the 13th.
I suppose that's true. I have a hard time. I have a hard time with those other ones.
I'm not saying they're. I own either of the two. I have seen them, but I'm
I
not.
think I own one of them, but I couldn't tell you which one. Maybe the Tribe. I don't know. It was when Blu-ray like first became a thing, and it was
Yeah,
like
you got $1 for it.
yeah, like $38 for the fucking Blu-ray of the knockoff Lost Boys sequel.
The truth is special right there.
I'm crazy. That's what I do. Yeah, so that's interesting. I think that's something that we'll probably talk more about once it launches and we can see what it's all about. I need to see some episodes, at least one, before I put my foot in my mouth and say it's fucking horrible or whatever. But
You're wanting to initially, though. I'm getting that vibe that you're.
yeah, I do want to be like, what's wrong with it? But then I did the same thing with Scream. I didn't want to like that Scream TV series, and God help me, we got like 3 episodes in, and I was like, this is actually kind of rad, and I binged the whole thing. I'm just an old man. I'm stuck in my old man ways, but I'm trying not to be. So
Yeah, you're. Yeah, I heard about it. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna watch it. Even like you were ringing endorsements, I'm like, I'm probably not gonna pick up. I'm tough on a series. Getting into a whole series, that's like a lot of hours to commit to something, and I don't know if I can commit as well on those things. There's still a pile of movies that I got from you that I still need to get to. I had a good streak where I got like 3 movies down, then I went on a dry spell where I didn't watch any of them.
I'd say the weekend is coming, so yeah, no excuses now, baby.
I've always got an excuse.
One of the other things, which I know you've seen, but you probably didn't write it down as newsworthy, is that new Laurie Strode figure that NECA's putting out.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
If I had a Michael figure already, then I would definitely pick it up. But
it gives me an excuse to buy both of them simultaneously.
Shit, that Michael's already $30, $40, maybe $50 by now. He ain't cheap, and he ain't prime either. He's tough to get. I need to get. I've already decided though. I have a lot of figures. I will always pick up another Elm Street if it comes my way. But my next big goal for a thing to get, I need to get a wrestling ring for all these guys.
Yeah, you do. That's I might have an extra one for you. I think I might have some. I'll do some looking.
I still wish I have no idea what happened to I had that original one from the late 80s, and man, I wish I still did.
The blue one with the it had the red, the white, and the blue ropes with the yellow WWF in the center.
Yeah, that was a big sticker you put on it, and it came with a flag and championship belt. Those things have been long gone, but I definitely had that ring, and it was so scuffed as shit with wrestler footprint through it. It looked like a real ring, man.
I had a buddy who had 2 of those. He had that original one, and then he had like an Attitude Era ring. And then we would take little balsa wood sticks, and we would build tables or ladders out of them, and we'd fucking it'd be like the Hell in the Cell, and we'd drop these figures, 8 feet, boom, into the ring, and they'd shatter these tables. Man, good times.
We didn't do that. I wish we had, but I more or less when friends would come over, they'd bring over a ton of their fucking GI Joes, and we'd use basically the ring ropes as slingshots, and we'd put their legs between all 3 ropes and slingshot them at other guys in the ring.
That's pretty rad. I also used to take grocery bags, flip them upside down, hook my figures' arms on the grocery bags, throw them off my front porch, and use them like parachutes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wrestling is not making it easier either for that kind of thing, because I saw I just randomly started looking for wrestling toy rings for my figurines over here, and something popped up in my feed about, hey, if you buy this ring, you can get these exclusive old school ring aprons that look like the old Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, and SummerSlam ring aprons. I'm like, you take my money.
They're like cloth ring aprons, because
Yeah.
like the rings that like
Yes.
my kids have, it's like a plastic, like a hard plastic base. There are no
Yeah.
fabric ring
Yeah.
aprons. That's fucking sweet.
Yeah. It's for this like elite ring setup, and it's a regular kind of basic, toy wrestling ring, but you can buy accessories for it. One of which for $10 are these exclusive cloth ring aprons that are identical to what they used to have in the
Man,
early '90s.
that's how they get you. That's how they get you, man.
Yeah.
Those
So
motherfuckers.
NECA and the pro wrestling game are both tag teaming it literally to try to get all the money they can out of me that I don't have.
Um, that's ridiculous. So yeah, I'm excited about that Lori figure though. But
Yeah,
it
it
look
looks good.
it looks nice. I saw NECA posted pictures of Lori squaring off with the Michael figure, and I was like, yeah, I have to have them both
I, I wish I would have picked up. It came out at the same time at the Freddy versus Jason 2 set came out, but it's the Michael and Dr. Loomis.
on the porch. Yeah, it's
I
fucking
see.
expensive.
Yeah, and I saw it when it was brand new, $30. I should have just got it, but
Yep.
man, I really wish I had that now.
There's a guy on YouTube that I follow. The channel. I'm gonna plug this dude's channel. I don't know this guy. It's Vlog82, and I think you sent me. He made the boiler room, the Elm Street boiler
Oh,
room.
yeah.
He made the front of the Myers house with the grass and the Strode Realty sign, and I don't know what he charges for those things, but if I bought those figures, I'd buy that fucker off of him. It looks incredible.
I'm tempted to throw all my effort into doing like that picture that I sent you of the guy that took an old school television set, took the TV out of it, and used the TV like frame as a base, and did a diorama of the boiler room inside the TV. And it was actually the TV that had a VCR with it, so he had a VHS of Elm Street going into the VCR player.
That's
That
fucking
was
fire.
exciting. I'm gonna give that a whirl if I come across a big old TV that I can just try to remove the actual television from and try my hand at that's when I will try a diorama is when I have that base.
Yeah, I've been toying around with that idea, which I did start. I made that
Yeah, you
Camp
have a
Crystal
good
Lake one, and then the flood happened and ruined it. So I got to redo it, and I'm gonna do it with balsa wood, so it's more sturdy and stuff like that. But I'll post pictures on Instagram or something at some point with
I want
that.
to start, we need to start doing that like those people that take all these superhero action figures and do funny like picture setups with them. We need to start doing that with our NECA figurines.
Yeah, let's do it. You can do that. We'll put that on our Discord, which is one of
I'm,
the
I'm
things.
as soon as it's not frozen outside, my first one I thought of was like I'm gonna dig like a little 1 foot hole and put Pamela Voorhees' tombstone there and have Jason rolling up on it. There's gonna be two Freddys digging out Pamela's grave.
Nice. One of the other things that I came across, which this goes well for you, being a Kansas City native, Patrick Ray is getting ready to shoot the sequel to Nailbiter, and it's what is it? It's the Storm Children, Nailbiter 2, the Storm Children, and it's filming this spring in Kansas City. I think he's got everything buttoned up and is ready to start filming that, which is fucking awesome. Getting a movie getting made in Kansas City. Yeah. Fucking
Yeah,
super stoked about that.
bring the
I'd
noise,
like,
bring the funk.
yeah. I'd love to interview him sometime on this channel and talk to him about making short films and working on TV series and all the stuff that he's done. But I'm actually pretty fucking excited about this. I saw Bloody Disgusting shared some. I think they're screen grabs from the first film, but every time I see a screen grab of that monster or the monsters from the first film, I forget how fucking rad they were. Remember when he was at Crypticon in 2013, and he had the head of the monster. It was there in the that like hallway where you could go outside. Not the hallway where you got your tickets, but the hallway off to the side of the ballroom. He was there
Yeah,
with like Tim Sweeten and all those guys.
yeah,
Tim Sweeten from Drive-In Maniacs has a fucking awesome local TV show that's sort of like Monster Vision.
yeah.
He's incredible. But yeah, he had that nail biter head, and that's where I first met him. I took pictures with that head and got a little nail biter promo thing, and it took me forever to find a copy of that movie out in the wild. And when I did, I was like, this is fucking sweet. Like, especially for something made, locally.
Yeah.
When you're not used to people making films in your backyard, and you're like, all right.
A little bit more of a thing out here where I'm at as opposed to where you're at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. I probably, look, if I saw pictures, I probably remember like seeing it, but I can't remember it off the top of my head because I was very busy that year.
Yeah, you got married that year.
yeah, I had a lot going on that year. So, but I do remember, gosh, you can just describe places in that hotel, and I can totally pinpoint it. Speaking of Krypton, he had a nightmare the other night about that place.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to know. Don't put anything evil in my brain.
Oh no, not about the building, but like all night. And I'd wake up. I have a tendency to wake up 3 or 4 times a night anyway. But all night I kept going back to the dream of we were at this year's con coming up, and it was Sunday, and I was still broke, and I didn't get anybody's autographs yet. I'm trying to get it done, and I have no time, and the people are leaving.
Yeah.
That's a true nightmare.
That dude, what was it? 2015. Tony Todd was there. And
Yes.
We had taken him places. We had done things with Tony Todd, but I had not made it to his table to get his autograph. So Saturday night into Sunday morning, that was the nightmare that I kept waking up like every hour on the hour, like he's gonna leave. And I'm like, what the fuck am I worrying about? I'm giving him a ride, probably. Like, but I was.
You're probably not 100% certain. So you're like, oh, he got a ride with so and so.
Yeah. So first thing Sunday when we got to go in and do everything, I went straight to him like, oh God, I was terrified I was gonna miss you. And he was like, it's cool. Like, oh man, I'm gonna take a nap.
It probably doesn't help that I've not had anything saved up yet for this year still.
Us
Like
either.
that did not, and generally I have at least a good little stockpile started by this point going into, the season, but I don't have anything saved up yet. I haven't had a chance to save anything up. I just had to spend more money to fix my car. And now I'm trying to find some more funding so I can get better equipment so I don't completely sound like a crackling piece of shit over on my end of the VCasts.
Well, I mean, you sound fantastic right now. So,
That's
maybe that.
My mic is working up better, and it only works on this program. On Discord, it will not work for whatever reason.
Are you using your external mic right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
it works
well,
solid. It works solid on Skype. It will not work on Discord for whatever reason.
That's
but
ridiculous.
hopefully Remix has the
remedy.
That problem. Yes.
Yeah. I had to bring my list over here because I was like, I keep cranking my neck. A couple other things coming in February to Shudder. Some pretty awesome. Shudder. We're not sponsored by Shudder unless they want to sponsor us. That's all I'm saying. That would be fucking.
I just said from Shudder. Maybe I'd give me a free membership if I did that.
Dude, Shudder is the truth. I can't say enough good things about it. I've had a couple people actually, relatives of mine that live pretty far away, hit me up about Shudder and then be like, they don't really have anything good. And I'm like, I don't know what like catalog you're looking at.
Yeah, I promoted them just the other day. We had a friend of ours come out. Lindsay came over to hang out, and she was asking about like Summer of '84 and You Might Be the Killer. I was like, oh, those are Shudder movies. I was like, you need to check out Shudder. And like, what's all that about? And I was like, just jump on there and I think use Movie Crypt. I think it's still the promo code. You can get a month free on that sucker and give it a whirl. And I already talked to the wife. She's like, you want to quit Netflix? I'm like, not yet, but I definitely, if we do pull the plug, I'm definitely going back to Shudder.
Shudder is solid. What you can do is just get it straight through Amazon, so you don't even have to use that Shudder app. Just get the Shudder channel added to your Amazon channels, and then you're right there. When you're in Amazon, you go through Amazon stuff and be like, I don't really see anything I want to watch. Jump to the Shudder button in Amazon, and dude, they have so much good stuff. They got classic stuff, but they cover everything. They got your Italian stuff if you're a weirdo into the Italian stuff, which I know you don't really dig a great deal. They got some of the lower end like schlockier stuff. They got some trauma ish stuff, and then they've got like almost all of the Wes Craven catalog. Which if you don't own it, it's a good place to go. But I
Yeah.
mean, you know, they
It's all
got
broken into categories and stuff too, like really like nicely divided up categories. It's really well put together, and documentaries in there too. Like the Pet Cemetery doc is in there.
lots of good docs in there, and that's one of the things I was going to talk about. Was here coming in February, they're putting Eli Roth's that History of Horror is
Oh
coming
yeah,
to Shudder.
I've seen a couple of those. Those are awesome.
So that's one thing that's coming, and I've been dying to check that out. And a lot of standard stuff is coming, but like Night of the Living Dead is coming, People Under the Stairs is coming, Tales from the Hood, Bones, that Snoop Dogg movie, Bones.
We were talking about that the other day.
There's so much good stuff coming, and I didn't even write down half of them, but
Because there's so many. It's like just to say everything on the channel has to offer is worth it.
yeah. And what's cool about Shudder is every week there's new stuff. So every week they put a new to Shudder category, and then they have a curator's choice every week. So it could be someone like it could be Adam Green, and Adam Green will hand pick like 5 or 7 movies that he personally like endorses. So it'd be like Adam Green's picks, and then the next week it could be Joe or whatever. Like, so it's pretty sweet.
And how much is that? Still, is it $4.99 a month?
I think when you're doing that through Amazon, it's something like $4.99 or something. It's not expensive at all. It's not it's not intrusive like with Netflix. After a while, they're like, oh, we're gonna up the price another $1 or whatever. Like Shudder is pretty grounded.
Which they just did recently, up the price on Netflix, and I think it's solely because people were, you'll like this, people griping because they were almost going to take Friends off of Netflix, and they had to spend, I think, $100 million to keep that show.
Here's
on
an idea.
Netflix.
Here's an idea.
Buy the series.
Buy the physical media. You
Yeah.
fucking complaining bastards.
That's fine. And take away a horror credit card on me for this one, because my thing for Netflix, for me, is this is the agreement that I set up. It's like, okay, if you want to cut Netflix out, I'm okay cutting it, but we can't cut it until I own the complete series of Frasier on DVD.
Hey, that's cool. I know that's like your guys' thing. You guys both really like Frasier, so
I
you
did
just
not
gotta
like Frasier when I started. I was like, this is not going to be a show for me. But she just kept watching it, and it
slowly wore you down.
no, it was like a combination lock, man. It's like you turn one way and like one gear slips, but you're not quite sure, what's going on. And then, a few episodes later, it turns another way, and like 5 or 6 episodes, and then the last you find a really good one, and it's open.
And you were like, all right, that's it. I like it.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely like a go-to, like background noise, like PG show to have on. Because they took Scrubs off of it. Scrubs used to be on there, and I will watch that every day. But I already own Scrubs, so I don't need it on Netflix. I like it on Netflix, but I didn't need it on there.
Right. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I'm on the Scrubs. I'm laughing about Scrubs now.
I will get you into that show. All the series that you try to get me into, I will get you into that show, and I will relish the day that you hit me up and you're just throwing out fucking random Scrubs quotes at me. Like,
soon, man. Next time we hang out, just let me borrow season 1. I'll fucking fly through it.
Will. No worries on that. You will.
So yeah, another one of the things that I noticed is back to toys and stuff, back to the collectible stuff. There's a toy line called the Lost Subjects or Loyal Subjects. Loyal Subjects is a toy line. They've put out a couple other little things. They're putting out Predator 2 toys. And they're those like they're like those cutesy. They're almost like not a Funko Pop. They're like a cross between like a Funko Pop and like a Mezits. Remember the Mezits?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a Mezco style toy. They're almost like a Lego, but they're bigger. They're really cute, but they've got these are the ones that they announced.
Like an
They've got
type, like a Minecraft kind of look to it, maybe.
I'll see when we get done with this. I'll see if I can find the link. I'll send it to you. They look fucking cool, and we need them all. These are the ones that are announced right now. They have King Willie. They, yeah.
Now that I know without a shadow of a doubt, regardless of the price tag, will be in your basement in
It'd
no
probably
time.
be like it'd probably be like $13. Can't be much more. You know, these are like
You're gonna set it on a barrel with like 4 chicken bones.
yes, I will.
Get lunch tonight and throw the bones out. It's always the same.
Same, but it's always different. Um, they got Harrigan, obviously. Got to have Harrigan.
Yeah, yeah.
You got Peter Keys. So, and I think there's two versions of Peter Keys. Maybe I think there's one suit, and then there's one with the fucking the ice spraying gun. Then we have 6 different Predator designs: City Predator, Unmasked City Predator. Then you have like Damaged City Predator, and then you have the Elder Predator and some of the other Predators from the spaceship.
Yeah.
And then you have Leona. We don't get
Bill Paxton.
we don't get Bill Paxton, and we don't get Danny Boy, but we get Leona.
Yeah.
So
Two Gary Buseys, which is just hysterical that they're I would make a straight up lineup of Gary Busey toys. Give me Gary Busey from Silver Bullet. Give me Gary Busey from Surviving the Game. I want him
yes.
from The Weapon. I want a series of toys, and they're all Gary Busey characters.
I just want a Gary Busey Pez dispenser, but it's just his mouth. And when you open it, his teeth are real big when you open it. Like, womp. That's what I want. So those look fucking sweet. That's a weird. That's sort of like a weird movie to get a toy line. You know, I mean, like Predator in general gets a toy line, or like Dutch. They made a Dutch figure.
I have a Dutch figure.
Yeah, but then, and you know, to go Predator 2 and be like, we're gonna a fucking King Willie figure. Like
That's the era we live in now, man. Those kinds of movies are getting the love.
but that's a deep cut. Like there's a handful of people who can throw the King Willie quotes at you. You know, that's not something. It's not.
Only they had a Scorpio figurine for you.
Yeah, Scorpio, he's ready. I just want the action set. It's like it's just like 14 dead bodies with coke everywhere.
Oh, I thought like the whole riot scene, like 5 or 6 blown up, charred police vehicles.
Hey, asshole!
You got Harrigan hanging out the side of a car that he's driving.
That's fucking glorious.
You got the little side toy of
Too small.
Morton Jr. with the hardcore news crew.
Oh yeah, I want that fucking
in charge down here.
The mayor. I need that fucking shirt.
Like Tahoe, get off your butt, get down here, and declare martial law.
Hardcore with Tony Pope.
Showing skinned bodies on the news. Holy shit. That's still not cool to show.
That's some OJ shit. And here's Nicole Simpson Brown with half her fucking head hanging off.
Yeah.
So, and earlier we were talking about, you sent me that picture of, I think it was the Freddy shirt. That old school retro Freddy shirt. That like white Freddy shirt.
Yeah, it was a part of a collection, but I really wanted the DVD set of the first 3 that had that picture of Jesse coming out of a TV set.
So yeah, but you those were like old school, like Fangoria shirts that were like hard to get a hold of.
Someone posted a picture of it on like a Facebook group, and I screenshotted it because I remember that 3-pack of VHS tapes.
Yeah,
like my Nightmare 5 VHS that I bought. Man, if I could still find that thing, we could watch that promo for it.
Nice. Is that the same one? Does that have the "Any Way You Gotta Swing It" video at the end?
Yes.
Nice. I had that too, but I don't have that anymore. But it's Fright Rags. It's Fright Rags.
Oh yeah.
That's putting those out, but they don't have a Freddy. They have what I saw is they have a Chucky, they have a Ghostface, and they have a Leatherface. They don't have a Freddy, but it's that like splatter / tear, and that hand drawn. They're kind of like leaning out the tear. They look fucking awesome. They look super retro, and like you would have ordered them out of you would have clipped something out of a Fangoria. And I was just looking up new Fright Rags designs and stuff. They also have a that they it's still new. I don't know how new, probably just since the new Predator movie came out, but they have a whole new Predator line that they put out with like an enamel pin of the fucking, Dylan, you son of a bitch. And they have a get to the chopper where the chopper blades spin
Oh,
enamel pin. Bunch of really cool Predator shirts,
do you follow?
socks.
Do you follow Devin Draws on Instagram? The guy that
I
does all the artwork for like the Shout Factory alternative covers and some of the Fright Rag designs. Look him up on Instagram. Devin Draws. I follow him
Devin.
on. Posts all of his shit on there.
I'm going to, and I do not
Uh,
follow him.
uh, he did that one, the one that just came out. We were talking about a week or so ago. Green Inferno. He did the Green Inferno, that alternative cover art.
Oh, nice.
Because I saw it because he posted it on his page before it was announced, like a few minutes, hours or so before it was announced. He put it up that his artwork is going to go on there, and Eli Roth handpicked it. So
That's
check it
fucking
out.
sweet.
Devin Draws, all kinds
Yeah.
of shit. He just put a Candyman up the other day too, like a really cool Candyman design that I think was doing like a Fright Rags, like a 24-hour sale or something.
I saw that shirt. I didn't realize it was that guy. Yeah, it's like it was like,
He's got
and
like
he's
the jacket open,
his
like,
arms open. Yeah, I was gonna say you can't see me, but yeah, my arms open.
with arms wide open.
With arms wide open. No. The only other thing that I have, we kind of burned through this fucking list pretty quick, and I tagged you in it the other day, is that the original Pet Cemetery is getting a 4K release.
With that book-like cover art.
Yeah, I was gonna say the cover art's very much like the book with the cat.
Yeah.
And I took a look at what they have posted for the special features, and this is totally, they must be releasing it. It's released on March 26th, and I don't know if the movie is coming out like simultaneously. The new movie, is it coming out around that time?
It comes out like the first or second week of April, so it's literally a week or two beforehand. So
Yep.
it's going to be hype building.
Yeah, and that's because one of the special features on this new Pet Cemetery 4K is a look back at the old Pet Cemetery with the cast of the new Pet Cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of dope. They kind of did this similar thing when the Fog got remade, and we always end up talking about the Fog remake. It sucks, but
Fog Remake and Pump Up the Volume is our two, like,
we go back to.
yeah, they're the unofficial mascots and the saints of the VCast, I think.
Oh, and Mick Garris. Apparently, I talk about Mick Garris. But they did that with the Fog. They put out a special edition of the original Fog, and there was like, because the regular DVD of it has the green cover. Then they put out a special edition where the Fog is blue, and that was the re-release when the new Fog was coming out. And so there was like one of the special features was like a trailer for the new Fog, and then there's like the cast of the new Fog talking about the old Fog, or the cast of the old Fog talking about the new Fog, or what the fuck ever, some dumb shit.
Some tie-in, like his name was Jason did that before the remake came out.
Yep, right before the remake.
Delves, and they have a thing, and we were talking about the new movie on there, and interviewing like Derek Mears.
Yeah,
and the
Marcus
director.
Nispel and what's the other guy's name? Nispel and
Yeah, I don't think Travis Van Winkle's on there, but he might have been.
Swift. Is it Marcus Swift? Travis, or Marcus
Shannon.
Nispel and Travis Swift or something? Michael Shannon Swift? I don't know. I can't remember the name.
But I know it's Shannon and Swift, the guys that did Freddy vs. Jason, and then they did that Friday the 13th remake. Yeah, like a lighter.
Yeah.
Shannon and Swift. That's all I know them as. That's their last.
I'm fucking drawing a blank on the names here. But yeah,
Mark
that's
sounds right for one of them.
could be. That's I'm letting our guard down here. We're dropping the ball a little bit. That's my bad. But yeah, that's the main.
Maybe I'll look it up in the Crystal Lake Memories book here.
There's a couple of the
Right
things
there.
that I had looked up, and thought were important to talk about. And then tonight, when we go live, um, I have to do one trivia question to do the giveaway for the Hellfest
I'm gonna say, what's our
digital.
gift tonight?
Just gonna do the Hellfest digital code tonight. And that's another thing I kind of wanted to talk about, which we'll talk about later tonight when we go live. But I've been reading a lot of like kind of not necessarily hate for Hellfest, but people just being like, it was okay, and I thought it was way more than okay, man. I thought it was like it's now an October staple. What are the names? You got them?
Yeah, what do you think they are? We were close on one.
It's Marcus Nispel is one.
That's the director, but what's Shannon and Swift's first names?
Oh God, I don't know.
Damian Shannon and Mark Swift.
Mark Swift.
Mark
Okay. But yeah.
Swift. You can always look that shit up because we got reference material right here in the books.
Son. Um. So that's really all that I had to touch on tonight. I don't know if you had anything
Uh,
off the top of your head that you had looked into, or
Nothing that I was able to find that wasn't like a couple of things that you already covered there. I didn't get a chance to look up a great deal of stuff today because life happening around here.
I hear you.
Trying to find. I'm still in the process of trying to find a sitter for so I can make it to Panic Fest at least for a little bit. I don't know if we're gonna make it because we ain't been able to find someone. Single people in Kansas City, make it to Panic Fest this weekend if you can. It's going to be a heck of a 3-day film fest, and they're re-showing Beetlejuice.
Nice.
I believe it's the 30th anniversary for Beetlejuice. They're doing a script reading for Friday the 13th Part 8, which is what I wanted to check out. Just I think it's like $6 too to go in and hear people do a script reading for Friday the 13th Part 8.
That'd
And a
be
bunch
fun,
of new
man.
movies coming out. The Nightmare Junkhead is going to be down there plugging their stuff, doing their thing. Yeah, it should be a hell of a good time if you're in Kansas City to end this the weekend.
Yeah, dude. I wish that I had means to be there because that would be fucking rad. Just come hang out with you.
You got
And
the
go,
memes, we got the machines.
what do you think these fucking flares are for, stupid?
Yeah, if miles weren't an issue, money wasn't an issue, and children weren't an issue, we'd already probably be there and probably broadcasting a show from Panic Fest.
And weather. Weather seems to be
Yeah.
my issue right now. Getting fucking tired of snow. I'm starting to feel like Jack Torrance.
We don't, or you're like drinking in the basement, looking into the camera like no one trusts each other.
We're all very tired. Hey, I got it. Cheating bitch.
Yeah, all you need is to pick up a bottle or something and throw it at your monitor and like, I don't know for this shit.
Also, since you brought that up about the thing, think about this. It's like the first week of winter, right? That's just winter is just starting, and he broke the computer. He broke his means for entertainment the first week. So I think he might have hung himself by the end of winter. Like I think McCready.
I don't know. That guy seems pretty content just drinking and talking to himself. I mean, how much could you do on a computer at that time from anyone besides play like solitary?
Well, yeah, or play chess. I mean, at least he had something going on.
I could not play chess. I still know how to play chess, but I could not play. I can't play anything every day as the only thing to do as a means of escape. For what, 4 months, 5 months? Who knows how long they're up there?
Yeah, I would go nuts for sure. But yeah, that's a weird.
The game I could play. Maybe I could play that depending on who I could get involved. But I do need to hit Remix up because I believe I was pressuring him today to pick up a copy of Dead by Daylight. So hopefully we can start at least me and him getting in some games and recording some Dead by Daylight footage for you.
I'll get in there. If we're all gonna be in there, I'll be in there. I
didn't do too bad today. I played one round as a killer as Freddy, and I killed 3 out of 4 guys. Almost the last one too. Last one literally jumped through the hatch as I'm swiping across to take his head off.
I might have to pull that game and then get that uploaded. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
I put more new footage up today, so you got plenty of game footage to pick from already, and we're just going to add to it. At least me and Remix are. And if we can pressure you into getting in some, then yeah, because I think that's a fun game for the three of us to get in on. I think it would be.
Yeah.
Oh, and, speaking of those,
Uh-oh.
I did read about this and completely blanked on it. That new Resident Evil is coming out soon, and it's like a remake of Part 2, like a
Yeah.
real good remake. That I think would be a hell of a game for us to get and just to play and just commentate over being creeped the fuck out playing that game.
Dude, I love Resident Evil 2. And actually, I have a buddy who can beat that game in a speed run, who can beat that original game in under 20 minutes. It's freaky. So I'd love to watch him play the new one.
I came close on Part 3, and that was the last one I played. Never
Part...
beat a Resident Evil game, ever.
What? Dude. One and two are my bread and butter. Any of the other ones I don't know anything really about, but two,
Two?
back in the day.
I had the director's cut of 2.
Yeah. Played 2 all the time. I fucking love it. Like,
did you ever get creeped out by all the spiders in a room?
The very first time that I played the first Resident Evil, and once you get so far and then you come back, like it used to be dogs would jump through the window, but then when you like cross a certain point in the game and then you run back through that hall, instead of dogs, spiders jump through, and it scared the fuck out of me. I'll never forget it.
I remember one time, I never had it happen twice. One time, I opened the door to a room. It was like the big lobby area. Opened the doorway. At least 70 spiders. Giant train everywhere. And I went, good. Closed the door, went back in the room I was in, stood there for a minute, and I was like, I got to go out there. So I hesitantly opened the door again. They were all gone. But for a minute, oh, Jesus. That was spine-tinglingly terrifying. Just open that door and they're fucking everywhere. That image is burned in my mind for life. This tarantula is the size of my body everywhere. And I'm like, fine.
I want you to play Outlast. Outlast is scary. That'd be fun. We could put some of that footage on here.
I definitely would like to get, it's on my 360 now. If they ever put it as a free game of the month, I'm going to pester you to know when to get it, play it, and record it. But and that dude brought it up in one of the live VCasts, I think last week, that Condemned Criminal Origins.
Yeah.
That game is excellent to play in the dark.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out.
You got a mission where you go into an abandoned dummy factory, like a mannequin factory. And it's storming outside, and you'll come across a hallway where you see like 7 of them over here. Lightning will flash, then they're going to be in front of you. Lightning flashes again, they're behind you. Lightning flashes again, they're surrounding you.
Nice. Yeah, I like that.
Once in a while, one of them has somebody hiding in it, so they attack you. Every time somebody attacks you, it creeped me out. Every time.
Yeah, we got to look into some of these horror games for sure. I'm starting to make a little list of stuff that we can do in the game. Yep, checking that shit twice. But yeah, as far as I can tell, that's all that I have until tonight. So
yes,
all
tonight should be fun. You have a trivia question lined up for Hellfest, the digital copy? Or are you still working on it?
I have it lined up. I can't wink.
Good.
Good. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
I was worried there for a minute, but I know you got that shit planned.
Don't be worried. I never leave things to chance.
For real. I have no worries. You're fine and dandy.
Shit. Well, I suppose we should probably get going because, after all, there's a lot of movies out there. Somebody's got to watch them. So why not us, right?
I know now why you cry. Something you could never do.
Shit.